Right, let's talk hyaluronic acid and hair care, because I'm a little bit confused, so I had to do a deep dive. Why am I confused? Because you'll have seen it blow up on TikTok. Loads of people, lots of derms, lots of influencers applying their normal facial hyaluronic acid serum on their hair and their scalp that they would normally apply on their face, which you think instantly thinks, oh, that's clever because it locks in water and it hydrates and it soothes and calms and plumps and all those things. But do you really want that on your hair? You want it on your scalp, that makes sense. And in fact, research has shown that hyaluronic acid on the scalp can actually start to calm inflammation and possibly encourage better hair growth. But do you want moisture in your hair? Think about it. When your hair is wet, it is, basically the bonds break and then reseal as it dries, which is why you can style it into different styles. And if you think about when your hair is wet, it's at its most vulnerable. So that's why you have to be gentle when you're combing it through. You don't want to tear it, with harsh brushes and all that sort of stuff. So why would you want something that locks water into your hair? Does it mean that maybe your style that you've blow dried in is prone to changing, falling out? If there's enough water in the environment and you've got hyaluronic acid on your hair, surely you can reset your hair. Isn't it sort of like going out on a sort of damp, humid day? So I asked some experts. First of all, I asked the team at L'Oréal Paris, then I asked Mark Curry, obviously, of the Inkey List, and I got some answers. And I'm going to go through some of the products that have been launched and how hyaluronic acid works on the hair. So, hyaluronic acid on the hair is fundamentally different. It doesn't work in the same way as it works on your skin or your scalp. If you apply it to your mid-lengths and ends, it wraps around the hair. And that's because the hyaluronic acid in hair care is normally a mixture of hyaluronic acid bonded to either glycerine, as it is in the ordinary scalp natural moisturizing factors, or like the Inkey List, it's put together with a whole host of really gentle, lightweight oils and waxes, or in the L'Oréal range, which is the most, I think, extensive, because there's a shampoo, a conditioner, a mask, and a spray, a blow dry spray. It's also mixed in with super lightweight waxes and oils, because you know that they do that really well without weighing your hair down. And the reason it needs to do that is because, yes, large enough molecules of hyaluronic acid can wrap themselves around your hair. It smooths the cuticle. It's almost like Mother Nature's silicone, if you see what I mean. It's lightweight, it wraps around the hair, it smooths the cuticles down, but it has to be locked in, and it has to be locked in with either natural moisturizing factors, waxes, or lightweight plant oils. You can't just put hyaluronic acid on your hair. Otherwise, if you go into a humid environment, then it will either take the water out of the environment and reset your hair, making it more prone to frizzes and the floofs that we don't like, or there is a risk in the long term that it can take water out of the cortex of the hair. You don't want that. The moral of this story is, don't use your hyaluronic acid serum that you use on your face, on your scalp. Get a specific product, and they are really reasonably priced. Interestingly enough, I think it might have been the L'Oréal group originally, so via Keristar's Chronologiste. They were the first people, I think, really to market hyaluronic acid. Then obviously L'Oréal Elvive came along. I genuinely love these products. When I went to the lab a couple of weeks ago, we stayed overnight in Paris, and these were in my bathroom, and I tested them. Genuinely my new favourite within the L'Oréal Elvive range. I really like it. As I said, there's a shampoo, conditioner. The spray is brilliant for blow dry, and you can put it on before, you can blow dry your hair, and then you can spray it through afterwards. But I suspect it's not just the hyaluronic acid that's really doing the heavy lifting here. I suspect it is the clever bods at L'Oréal Paris kind of working out what lightweight waxes and oils they need to make a complex with the hyaluronic acid to lock the water into the cortex of the hair, keep the water out from the environment, and add shine. I really like the Inkey List hyaluronic acid. Again, really cleverly formulated. The guys at the Inkey List know what they're doing. Yes, it's being marketed as hyaluronic acid. Yes, it has hyaluronic acid in, but it's a complex with other more. If you think about the way you use hyaluronic acid on your face, you know you use it on your face. And if you just use hyaluronic acid, it can be dry and quite tight. So what I always suggest is slather on the glycerine afterwards, slather on the lightweight shea butters, oils, all those things, those gel moisturizers on the top. That's the equivalent of this. This is the equivalent of your hyaluronic acid serum with all the really lovely emollients over the top. You can't just use humectants, you need emollients as well. I do not have the Ordinary here. I was supposed to go to the Ordinary supper. I couldn't go because I was too busy, but there's a great new range of Ordinary hair care products, and one of them is an NMF, and I love the Ordinary NMF for the face. It's an NMF Hyaluronic Acid Scalp Serum. So I get putting hyaluronic acid just on your scalp to hydrate it if you're a little bit dry and a little bit sort of flaky and a little bit sensitive, that makes sense. But if you're going to put it through your mid-lengths and ends, buy a special hyaluronic acid hair care product. As far as I know, I think these are the only three on the high street. So you've got L'Oreal Elvive, you've got the Inkey List, and you've got the Ordinary Scalp Serum. But I do know that IGK have some, I think, Grow, the hair growth range has some, and I know that Kerastase has some as well. But I thought I'd look at them on the high street. That's the secret of using hyaluronic acid in your hair care. It's not as straightforward as you think. And I have to say, you're not going to notice a big difference if your hair is naturally healthy and shiny and wonderful. Good for you. But if you've got hair like mine that is damaged, that is sort of the cuticles raised, that if it's coloured, if it's processed, if it's sort of, you know, maybe postmenopausal, a little bit fine, a little bit floofy, a little bit annoying, you'll notice a big difference from the first wash. Also, the other thing you'll notice is it's really good for holding curls in. So if you've got quite fine, quite lightweight but curly textured hair, the combination of the hyaluronic acid adds the moisture, and then all those lovely emollients around it that they've chosen actually holds the curl in place as well. So it's for two specific hair types. It's for hair that has curl and texture, but it's for hair that is dry and damaged as well. The rest of the people, I don't know if you'll notice any difference. Lucky you. Boo-hoo, you've got perfect hair. I'm just jealous, obviously. I'll put all the details of all the products down below.